Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video I just wanted to touch upon the White Inktense. For those of you that have got the Inktense blocks, it's a very peculiar thing, is the white one, for putting highlights on at the end, because when you put it on it looks transparent but then it dries opaquely. So I will show you the process of painting this at the end of the video. I haven't used very many colours in here. I've basically mixed red and yellows together and put some of the red into the brown, because if we look here, the very warm colours in this helenium. And the nice thing about these flowers, of course, is that they flower in late summer when a lot of other things have finished, so it's a nice flower to have in the garden. And really with the Inktense, the great thing about them is you can just keep building up the colour, and because the permanent, once they're dry, you can just lay other colours on top of them and build up that intensity and that depth of tone and everything else. And if you make a mistake, you can go over it. You'll see here I made a mistake. I went over that leaf with the petal when in fact the leaf is over the top. But it didn't matter because I put subsequent layers on and went over the top and covered that mistake up. So very different to watercolour or Inktense. So if you dry them out in between each layer, so that's how I did it. I did a layer and then dried it out and then did another layer. That's really a good way to work with these, because you can build up your detail and, like I said, the depth of tone and colour as well. With the actual central part here, I put yellow on first and then really painted it negatively, because it was easier to put the yellow on and then put the darks on in between rather than doing it the other way around. And with the flower itself, the main thing is to try and get some little frilly edges on this, because that sort of characterises it. So the first initial drawing was quite simple, looked a bit like a spaceship, just this nice round shape here and then that frilly skirt, and then you can fit everything else in between. If you look at the original photograph, you'll see my petals aren't exactly right, but that doesn't matter. Don't get too over worried about that. The main thing is to get that feel of all the little bits of the frills and the way they're coming out from that central part. Okay, so I'm going to now put this, before I show you the rest of this, I'll put some of this White Inktense on. So I don't want to have my brush too wet for this. I want to put it on quite thickly where the highlights are. And you'll see it's not very white, not very transparent when I put it on. Sorry, it is transparent, should I say. And that doesn't look like it's covering up, but you'll notice when it dries afterwards that it will be a nice highlight there. So I'll carry on and pop a few extra highlights on, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. But in the meantime, if you want to watch the process of this, I'll just pop a little bit of music on to that. So any comments you have, if you want to ask any questions, you want to put those in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. For those of you that have Inktense blocks, let me know what you think of them, and if you've had experience of using this white one. It's not one I use often. It's quite nice to mix into other colours as well, because it's nice and opaque. So again, if you've made a mistake, you can add it to different colours. Okay, so thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video and I'll be back again with you soon. Bye for now.
Outside the night is quiet, but there's a storm inside. My thoughts are on a riot, and I've got nowhere to hide.